welcome back to another episode of The Mix. Today I have with me a musical artist from Detroit by the name of Persia Grai. Come on in here, buddy. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming. All right, have a seat. Let's chat. Okay, tell everybody a little bit about how you got started. How old were you when you figured out that you like doing music?
I don't know. How old were you when you were in fourth grade? I was in fourth grade. I started writing. I was like imitating.
Like 9?
Yeah, I guess, yeah,
Okay.
or 10. I was imitating like Eminem and 50 Cent.
Okay.
So I was writing about what they were writing about.
Oh, perfect.
Like at recess. And then, but that like I was just like playing around with it. And then when I was 14, that's when I started recording. And that's like when I started recording is when I really like fell in love with it. So from that point forward is just like when I was just serious about everything that I was doing. So,
okay. All right. So I know a lot of times like people's parents have a hard time when their kid doesn't follow like you graduate, you go to college, you get a job. Like, so did your parents have a rough time like dealing with you telling them that this is what you wanted to do, you weren't going to school, like you wanted to pursue this? Was it like hard for them to adjust to that, or they were cool with it?
Well, at first, yes, actually. Well, just my mom, not really my dad, but
okay.
My mom, yes, and that kind of went away when she like started seeing how serious I was with it. But at first, I was going to school. And then I was like in school and I was just like, why am I doing
your
this?
life, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, why am I doing this? Because like, it wasn't like, I like learning, but I like learning stuff that I care about.
That you want to learn,
yeah,
not what they're forcing you to learn?
Yeah, I don't like just
paying money for unnecessary stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so she's fine now though, right? Like she sees that you take it serious.
She actually became like one of my biggest like supporters just from that. Yeah, so that's changed a lot.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, that's good.
When I first started, when I was like 14, I'm sure that's not what she wanted to see me doing.
Of course not.
But
what are some of the places that I know you've like done pretty big performances and stuff? What are some of the places that you performed at so far?
Well, the biggest one was at Detroit's Summer Jams at Shane Park.
Okay. What year?
That was my biggest one. That was like a few years ago when Big Sean was here.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and you opened up though?
Yeah.
So how did you get that opportunity though?
DJ BJ, he just picked me for it.
What do you mean?
He just picked me for it.
But did you know him like personally, or you just figured out how to talk to him and get on the radio? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
He's a cool guy.
Okay.
So shout out to DJ BJ.
Okay, so I've actually listened to some of his stuff. And I really don't do that because everybody around here wants to be a rapper and it's trash. Like I don't even bother. And everybody sounds the same from Detroit and he really doesn't sound like that. Like not saying it just because he's my friend. He really has a totally different sound than... We have a totally different sound going on with him than most other Detroit rappers. So what do you think it is that like sets you apart from the typical Detroit rapper? Is it something that you noticed and you were like, oh, I want to stay away from that? Or it's not even like in your mind?
No, it was never even like a thing. Like for me, because I started so young that like when I started, the only Detroit like rappers that I was aware of was like Eminem. And then like the real Detroit rappers were like Cheddar Boys and like the hood rappers. But it's like that sound that we have now wasn't even really there. It was like the baby stages of that back then. So I was like, it was never really a thing. Plus I listened to all different kinds of music. So it kind of like influenced me just to develop my own kind of thing. Because a lot of people, like a lot of the artists that have that sound are like centered around that lifestyle and that sound. I noticed that like, there's a few regions like that in the United States, but in Detroit, maybe it's just because I'm here, but I feel like people think that like Detroit is the world. So like
people from here think
people
Detroit?
From Detroit feel like Detroit.
They don't branch out.
Like if you just get as big as you can in Detroit, then
you're straight.
You're like that's it. So, but like everyone that branches out kind of like moves away, and I feel like it's like the style of rapping and it's the beat
Yes.
So, like,
it all sound, that beat is exactly the same. That's
Yeah.
how I can tell a Detroit rapper. It's like that. I'm not even gonna imitate it, but it all sounds like that.
I'm already know. So it's like that, and then everyone that branches out generally they kind of shift their flow and their sound a bit.
You think so?
Yeah. Like I think I was just listening to T Grizzly's album, and he even said something about it. He said something like they want me to keep the Detroit flow. That's not where the money is.
And that's what I want you to. Okay, so I'm gonna shift it a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna have a serious talk.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So that whole little lifestyle, I know that comes along with like groupies and all of that stuff. So you have a lot of interaction with women. So, and I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but like, please help people out. If you're interested in a girl, you're talking to a girl, how is it that you know, like, okay, she's interested, I'm cool to keep pursuing her?
All right. I'm gonna give you top secret.
Okay.
All right.
Top secret.
I don't know the answer to this question.
Okay.
I don't know.
Come on. Help. You're supposed to be helping.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Not in like a normal setting. Like if it's in like a normal setting, then I don't know. If it's in like a setting like that, where it's like.
So what do you say if you see a girl at the gas station, you not trying to holler at no girl at the gas, like some girl you don't know, you don't got no ties to her, you ain't had no conversation, you're not doing it?
I don't do that. Really.
Okay. Well, that's honestly smart to me, I think.
But that's not. I feel maybe it's smart, but then at the same time, it's like sometimes you'll see somebody and they're like just amazing, and that's the only time that you will ever see them.
Right. So you battling with yourself, like, damn, I gotta go over there and say something.
That doesn't really happen to me, but I can understand why someone would want to come up to a stranger.
What doesn't happen to you? You don't have the urge to speak to her anyway?
Not really.
Of course. Sure you don't. Okay, so basically what he's saying is, if you don't know her, you don't have no ties to her, don't just be shooting random shots.
I would say from like my experience, don't shoot a shot like from a playbook. Like girls are people. Everyone's just people. You just talk to them like they're people. So just talk like normal. You don't gotta talk like.
Okay, no, you can
shorty?
stop. Got it. Thank you.
Just say.
Thank you.
Like talk about something normal.
Okay. Oh, I have a good question. So if you try to talk to her, and I don't know, what do girls say? I have a boyfriend, or if she's like, nah, I don't really think so. Like, would you continue or do you stop?
No.
You don't.
No, but I've heard it working both ways.
Right.
So like,
I don't know what the line is between like persistence and like you're just being annoying.
I don't know. This is like, I think it just depends on the person and like the people involved. Cause like there are some girls where like if they say no, they mean no.
Right.
Like, and it's just not gonna
So
happen.
you should just be able to tell, like body language, tone.
I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air with it. Like, I really don't know. Because I've heard stories of guys that are just like, the girl's like, no, no, no. And then the guy's just like,
Kept
okay.
going.
He's like, okay, you said no. And then the next day he's just like, hey, when are we going out? And then eventually it works. But like, that takes a different, I don't know how guys do it. Cause like, that's an ego play.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they see you like a conquest.
Yeah. Right.
Like
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Something to be conquered.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I just want to see if I can do it. I don't really like you. I just want to see if I can get it.
Yeah. The male ego is a confusing thing.
Thank you for admitting that. At least you're honest.
I don't got a problem with admitting that.
God. Okay. All right. So I really want to show them like how you work in the studio. You think you'll be able to go in there and see you like in action a little bit?
Of course.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys, we're gonna head on over to the studio with him then. We'll see you there.
We are at Metro 37 in Rochester Hills with producer Gage. We're gonna work on some hits today.
All right, you guys, so we're here in the studio with Persia, finally caught up with him. So what song are you doing today?
I'm doing a song called Francesca.
Okay, tell me a little bit about it.
It is
It's like a slow song, it's a banger.
It kind of has elements of both. It's like vibey,
Okay.
but it has like trap beats to it.
Okay,
So,
but it's like a lovey-dovey.
it's a lovey song.
Okay.
Lovey-dovey. It's
Inspired by somebody, or you just...
No,
No? Not really?
it's just love.
Just the mode that you were in at the
Yeah.
time? All right, let's go. Hit it. Let me see what you got.
When I'm laid out with you, there's nothing else. I love you more than I love myself. That's something I can say I never felt. I'm open over you, I can't be held. They say I'm tripping, that ain't nothing new. They'll never get it, so I come to you. Saying this feeling is reckless, it's true. Cause apart from you, I got nothing to lose. I think of my future, I'm picturing you. When I look in your eyes, know you vision it too. Life can be hard, babe, I get it, I do. But it all goes away when I'm chilling with you. They say we too young to be feeling the feelings we feel. But I feel it, I feel it, I feel it. They don't understand from the out looking in, it's okay. Cause we in it, we in it, we in it. They tell us that couples like us never work, but they don't see we different, we different, we different.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about like the making of a song. Do you make beats?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do first when you're putting something together from ground up? Do you do the beat first, or do you normally write something and then try to incorporate a beat after?
I do both.
Okay.
Because sometimes like it just depends what hits me first. Like sometimes I'll think of lyrics, but I won't have a beat for it. So then like once I think of the lyrics, I have to come up with the beat, which is usually harder than just like making a beat.
Okay.
But sometimes like if I try not to let myself get too stagnant, so I'll just be like making beats. I'll just start a song or
Okay.
just like
If you're
start
just
making
feeling
a beat.
creative, you just go with it, and then you'll work it out later.
Yeah, and then usually it's more like that. But I like the songs where I write the song first and then I have to make the beat. Those typically come together better.
I thought you said that was harder.
It is harder, but they come together better.
Okay. All right. Okay. So do you always use your own beat, or do you like to collab with other people?
Most of
You
the
let people make you beats?
Nah, usually I have only been making beats for like a couple of years,
Okay.
but since I started doing that, I've been using mostly all my own beats. Like for my own songs, I do my own.
Why is that? You just know what you want better and what'll fit with the song better?
Not necessarily. It's kind of like a business, from a business aspect. It's like you get to control more and you own everything.
Oh, I got you.
So it's like,
I got you.
it's
You
better.
ain't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You don't got to get clearances or
Right.
whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Like all that, so.
All right. That makes sense. Okay. So you going to make a video for this song or no?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. But you don't make a video for every song, right?
No.
All right. So what is it that makes you decide, like, this one I got to do a video for?
It's honestly, it's not really like anything specific. It's just like if a vision comes to my mind when I'm listening to the song or when I'm making the
You
song.
can picture something, then
Yeah,
you're like,
sometimes like the vibe I get from the song just makes me think of something.
okay.
And then that's what I'll
You
off
of that.
Like I'll use the inspiration for that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of just.
So what scene
comes
came to
my
mind
head.
with this one?
It reminds me of the beach, but like the beat does, but with the song, it reminds me of like summer love. It's like, it's supposed to be like summer love, like puppy love, like that when you're first fall in
starting
love.
out. Ain't got no problems yet.
Yeah, so like the idea that I had when I was driving, I was listening to it, and I got the idea to do like a video of like an interracial couple during like segregation.
Oh.
And then like,
oh, that's cool.
yeah, so I was thinking to do that, and then like the idea I had was to have like a white guy pick up the white girl, and then like he would be the friend of the black guy, and then he would drop her off with him. Like he's in on it.
Like
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
a secret.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a secret, and they like takes them to a secret location or whatever, so they can be
that's
together,
cool.
and then they split up at the end of the night. Like,
Okay. That's real. Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't have seen that coming. That's good.
My brain is weird.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we just wrapped up in the studio. How you feel?
Great.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Feel like it's gonna turn out good?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. All right. So where can people find you and your music? What you on? Instagram, YouTube?
Yeah, if you want to look up my music, it's PersiaGrai on whatever platform, on Instagram and YouTube. It's at Persia Grai, PersiaGrai.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I can't wait for you guys to see what he's got coming up. Make
Thank
sure you keep looking out. Bye.